So that's a. All good.
Waiting, not yet. Didn't say it started yet. All right, well, hopefully it'll catch up.
Yeah. Yeah, it's recording.
All right, 5 o'clock and we will, oh, there's connecting.
There we go.
And we will begin the, promote me. Okay. We'll begin the June, Conservation Commission meeting. First order of business is roll call. There's nobody out there, correct?
Not yet.
2 panelists.
Yep.
This one is.
Yeah.
So it's, yeah, one's us, one's you, but no.
What's that?
other- no
Michelle Fitzpatrick, secretary.
Ray Rafferty, vice chair.
Larry Dunn, chair.
Kristen DeSante member.
Tom Olson, member.
Does staff like to
Oh,
introduce?
sorry, did
themselves?
not know that was the protocol.
You're important members of the.
Deb Jones, planning and development.
Thank you. And absent today
Is Ann.
Ann. Okay, here we go.
We'll see. She
Here we
might
go.
help you.
Oh, yeah, man. Let's see, so. First item of business, we have 2 minutes of meetings to approve. This, the first one on May 6th and then the special one on May 13th.
I move we accept the minutes as presented for both meetings.
Seconded.
Second, any discussion therein? All right, well, without objections, the minutes of meeting are approved. I'll get that out. All right, public communications.
We have to approve the other
Nothing
minutes?
there
You
is-
did both at
So,
one
yes,
time?
I did one.
Okay, good.
Well, that was the motion you agreed to.
Okay, yeah. apparently, yeah.
Would you like to amend your second?
Yes.
Go
No,
ahead.
no, I'm just kidding.
Okay. So, moving right along, public communications, I've got nothing. Do you have anything?
No.
Okay.
Wow, I think that's a first.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, we usually have something.
Exactly.
All right, report of chair. Pursuant to last minute meeting, I did reach out to Mark Berry and got agreement that Tabitha, in fact, is the point person. And we established a meeting on the 6th of June at 1 o'clock. And
I couldn't, yes, tell. So that's what that was. That's
that's what
June,
that was. yeah.
okay. June 6th at 1 o'clock. And that email you sent, that location is for that meeting?
Spicer, right. Yep, yep. So that was again, a special subcommittee.
Right, there's the 3 of us.
That's just the 3. We can't have more than that, so. So we will do that and talk about stewardship and our path forward. And the role of Tabitha and the support we can do with the Conservation Commission. Next line item is, I did participate as part of the PLCD consultant review team. We did complete that review. We did select one of the 3. And that will be announced sometime this month. And we got an addition, let's say, a preliminary agreement, as well say, to have a kickoff meeting, joint kickoff with PZ, ECD, and us to kick off that with the consultant, selected consultant, to kick off the effort. As part of that, I did attend the civics class run by staff on May 29th. Which was interesting. I mean, there's always a few new people that show up. But not a lot, but I guess every little bit helps. And I did get a notice that the Conservation Commission website was relocated. But in reality, kind of wasn't.
You get an error message now that should resend you when you log on.
Oh, wait a minute, I was just in there to double check it and it came up to the right spot.
Well, if you go, if like I kept my old link, if you go to your old link, it gives you a message. I've been we've updated our site. And try visiting our new homepage.
Yeah, but if you go to the homepage
Yeah,
where it says Board of Education and Conservation Commission, it
right.
goes to Conservation Commission.
Right.
Although embedded in there, it says it's under boards and commissions. So I'm sitting there going,
What really happened?
well, I said, it's not that important. Even though it's not right, I'm not gonna make a thing about it. You don't care.
I just have to update my bookmark.
Yeah, okay, so the link works if you go to the, okay. All right, moving right along, let's see, where was I? Next would be the report of the commission. Started there, so we'll go start over.
Okay, the only thing I've got, obviously I provided the updates for the plan, but that we'll discuss later. And then also I got the update as far as on where I am with the cleanup that'll happen on this Wednesday. I rechecked with everyone today. We have about 18 people signed up through the NER website.
And
We're gonna, so that covers, they have to have UConn requires a waiver for participants, and the sign up process navigates that before you. Okay. So they've automated their system. So we're encouraging everybody to sign up through that website, which is on the volunteer it's the estuary research reserve.center.uconn.edu/volunteer. You go to that website, and then that gives you the opportunity to sign up for the events, which is the Groton litter cleanup on June 5th, starting at 9 o'clock at the City of Groton, Birch Plain Creek Park, which is on Thomas Road, right across the street or across the river from Birch Plain Creek on the Groton city side. That's where because most of the litter that we're picking up is on the city side, starting from there all the way up to Groton Estates. And that's the primary focus area that a majority of the folks will be doing. So that's why we selected that as the central location. The city is working through Sierra Patrick is going to pick up once we bundle all trash at the park there, the city will come in and take it away.
okay,
On the town side, we have to process a separate waiver for those individuals that will be working on the town side. So once we get there that morning, and the people that got to sign there, I'll have the waivers for them to sign to go on the other
so
side.
you have to have 2 waivers?
Yes, one for the Yukon. The city isn't requiring a waiver.
Oh, okay. That's where I was going. It could have been 3 waivers.
It could have been 3 waivers, okay? Or a 4th waiver to be working on private property at Branford Manor. They didn't require a waiver either. So I got half of the waivers I got rid of, but the other I was unsuccessful getting rid of 2. We still got down to 2 out of 4.
It's hard trying to do good deeds. isn't
I
it?
know it is, but that's, I did my best to work all this administrative stuff out, talk to everybody, get all the permissions lined up. And surprisingly, NER is providing all the equipment and the trash bags and clip grabbers and all that kind of stuff. So,
Alright.
they're trying to really, part of this is that they have money right now, and they're trying to establish a volunteer program. This Larissa Graham, who's in charge of it, is doing a fantastic job. And I just talked to her before I got here, and she's all on top. She's going to be emailing each of the volunteers that signed up through the website and everything tomorrow morning. So 24 hours in advance.
Which of our properties is NER gonna cover with that?
With this, they're covering the city's Birch Plain
Right.
Creek Park, Sparkle Lake for the town,
Okay,
and then we go up along there. It's going to be Groton Estates area, but that's on city property at the end of Groton Estates along Birch Plain Creek, and then also the town. I doubt if we're going to get into the town property on the Thames River Magnet School. We
Yeah.
could theoretically get there, but I don't think there's really no areas to clean up. That was done last year with the river cleanup that I took care of in late August. And then you get all the way up to the MLOT area, which is town property that's adjacent to the EB parking lot.
Yep.
That's town property again at the north end. I don't think we're gonna be able to get over to Joel property. There's some minor cleanup, but they, after the cleanup that was done from the homeless village that was established there, that's all been cleared out. There's still some small residual stuff there, but it's a minor impact at this time. And then also likewise behind the other target area is on the town property. Behind there's a pump station on the north side next to Sneakers, between Sneakers and the hotel. There's like a little access way and a pump station. That area is there's nothing really up there either. It's all, that's been previously cleaned out by the public works people.
Well, at least
So
that's
we're in pretty good shape.
a chunk of that.
So the town has both stuff, and it was between the Joel property, which is where the homeless shelter area, the homeless encampment was, but that was pretty well cleaned out by the town. I don't know who did that, but it was, there's still some residual stuff, but that's a lowest priority. We're the biggest area focus right now is in the city properties, what we'll be working on.
So given what she's doing on the volunteer program, is there something we can steal or build on for our inland properties?
Well, this is really focusing in on the Birch Plain Creek
Right,
going
I
into
get that.
Baker's Cove for ECCD watershed quality issues and
I
stuff.
just meant from a program point of view, a mechanics point of view.
In that you always learn something from these events. Okay. I mean, we had the college students, we didn't really get that much rollover. I think Larissa is actually using this as a learning and teaming event for her people. Okay, it's what the real focus is, not so much on the cleanup, but it's on the teamwork building, finding out which the students are more leadership type stuff, and that's what it's a team building effort for them, using this as an effort. So all the kids that are in her summer intern program for the NER this is mandatory for them essentially, and so.
Lucky her to have that.
Yeah, well, this is the first time she's doing it also, so
know.
she's losing is, that's how come I'm getting a lot of support from her, because she's got two others, she's full-time staff, and she says she has two full-time interns, staff interns, and then they have all these interns that are UConn students, okay? And there's the undergrad students, and then she's got two grad students, so she's got a whole pile of people involved in this thing. So she has
If we have a
resources.
piece of UConn that doesn't want to get their feet wet, maybe we can replicate that.
I've just tried to
I
work
know
with
you
the
get
NER stuff. I'm not
Yep.
trying to horn in on stuff, but I'm learning a lot about the NER and our teaming with them, and also, but understanding that we're kind of wearing an ECCD hat here for this, because that's come I'm on the city side as well as on the town side. Okay, so I'm
It's a good
spreading it.
opportunity though to see this.
Yeah,
I mean, it's good, it's an example of the process,
Right.
right?
there's a lot here
So
that's
yeah,
going
so
on.
we can, document the process and try to
Right.
repeat
So
it,
I was looking at it.
as opposed to, trying to steal them, but.
This is also
I didn't see
near just getting underway.
Yeah, well, this is their first year, full time. She just got hired, I think, like in November or something. So she's fairly new to the whole process, but she's really gung ho individual and stuff. And I can't complain about anything. She's been a lot more helpful than most situations that I've been in. I mean, Ghosted, nothing against Ghosted, but they tried to run this and they couldn't even get it together to make it. Last year's was kind of an effort, but it was a small group of students the last
Right.
time. Now I've got, a big powerhouse behind me.
That's
That's
awesome.
got big bucks and that flouts the dollars that because
That's
they're trying to
awesome.
really, for Trails Day this past weekend, they did stuff at Haley Farm and Bluff Point and stuff, and was a major coordinator for that for the Trails Day and stuff there. I don't know how many people they had. I didn't really get a chance to talk to her, but because we were focused on with this, but I'll find out on Wednesday how big her effort was. But I know that she had an event there she's trying to get involved in all these different activities in the local area to
Super.
support this stuff.
Yeah, it's really cool.
That's their mission, education stuff. So we knew this was going to happen. That's because we've supported this back in 2020 when they're doing all this hearings and stuff.
All right, trying to see something's happening.
Yeah. So it's a slow process, but it's getting there.
Anything else?
That's all I had today.
Yeah, and we had a great rain garden installation in conjunction with, LISS, ECCD on Irving Street in Mystic, and we had
Irving Street.
volunteers on Friday digging. And then which was me and Heather and Larry, myself. And then fortunately Saturday we had, I think there was at least a dozen people there.
Oh,
And we
nice.
knocked it out and it's gorgeous. Anyone's welcome to drop by and see it. And there's 2 more scheduled. One's up in your neighborhood, June 14th, 15th at the Fine, the Fine.
Oh, the fines, yes.
So they're getting one. And then June 21st and 22nd is going to be Cindy Fortner Beautification Committee at her place on Prospect Street in Mystic also. So we feel really happy to be able to be involved in all this. And
Have you guys, have they talked to GOSA?
that's the conversation that's going on right now. Yeah. Because
Okay.
also knows somebody, what's
There-
her name? Somebody knows the whole entire, every property like the back of her hand. And
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
that's the conversation's gonna happen. I
Okay.
think Heather's like, she's doing her job full time. She's also finishing school. It's
Oh.
final season. She's got 2 rain gardens in the planning stages, purchasing plants. I think she's like up to here, but
Mhm.
I think there's more budget.
Yeah.
So significantly more budget and more interest. So yeah. If you know the person in GOSA,
Yes.
yes, right, your wife?
No,
No, but it's
it's that lady that lives down the street from you. It's one
Well-
of the people, and then also Joan Smith is the other.
Joan Smith was the name I was given
Yeah,
today. And
she's a-
somebody's calling Joan Smith on my behalf.
Okay,
She's
right.
boo-boo.
She's,
Yeah.
but there's 2 people that handle that stuff for
It would
GOSA.
shock me if they hadn't been brought into the process at some point prior to this.
Yeah,
but-
I'm not in charge of that.
Yeah, it's
GOSA.
in the loop. It's in the loop, so we'll work on it.
Tom's got plenty of other circuses to deal with.
Yeah,
Yep. Well, it's nice that the money is flowing. We talked about. That there is a lot of money out there, but it's.
they're running out of time though.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the thing, it's like they're kind of panicky.
You're up.
The only thing, went to the same civil class, is
Yep.
that reference? So that's about it.
Just what's on the menu.
Menu. On the
agenda.
menu. We will continue then on the menu. First item here is open space inventory. There is in the agenda an updated facilities list. Let me bring it up on the screen. Zoom, share screen.
I like these classifications.
That should be. Okay. All right. Let's see, can I make that bigger?
That's in the addendum, right?
It's in the agenda, yeah.
Well, this is actually, what you've got up
Okay.
here is what's being, the inventory that's being presented to Parks and Rec. It's not our total inventory, it's the Parks and Rec preserved items, focus. And just for full disclosure here, I met with the Parks and Rec Commission 2 weeks ago now. And presented my initial draft that we had reviewed at our last meeting. I presented that to them and then from that, they gave me comments back, which was helpful. Okay. And so this reflects, this update here reflects their comments and what's been presented. It's in the process of going back to them for the June meeting, which will happen in 2 weeks. The things that we added from them was to kind of put the definitions of the protected and preserved. That's what was added above what you just saw blow by, which is the same as the paragraphs. That's just an excerpt right out of our plan. Okay. The open space plan, to put that in there. So it's to tie the two, their regulation ties with our definition. And then they also asked, they had no problems with the pins and all, in the sequence of things here. And they asked for the state definition for each of the things be added to the list, that's a great idea. So I added all that. And then they also asked Mark to re-verify, and I'm coordinating that with the review that was done for the accessibility stuff that we did with planning office. And so we updated a couple of things to get those back in the coordination with those. So those, I added two items or three items onto the list.
But the source list is still
Well, the original list is, was what's in the current regulation from dated from
Sorry, wrong
2013.
the original database that we've got is still maintained, which is the database you put together.
Right, our conservation inventory
That's
is.
the master.
That's the master
This-
for
this-
our work.
Right, yeah,
Okay.
and so this is consistent with that.
It's an excerpt from that.
An excerpt from, okay, good, that's what I was.
Subset or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's an excerpt. I just literally, in the these categories, based on the classification column there, that's right from our database. And so I just took all the ones that are over there and extracted that from that Excel spreadsheet. That's what's,
Okay,
these are
good. So we're-
special use waterfront. That's how those are categorized in our master
if
inventory.
They changed, because they changed some of the categories, so then it would go back to the master.
Right, well, we have kept our thing in parallel with the two, and so that was based on Mark's original comments. And so as Mark has been, when we started our inventory back in 2020, okay, after our plan got issued, we said, no, we're gonna, that was our action item, was to go develop the Conservation Commission inventory. We originally asked Mark, he gave us the classifications. Subsequently, back in 22, he had his master plan, Parks and Rec master plan came out, and they've shifted over to these national classifications so he can support his getting certifications for the Parks and Rec programs. So he had to update his stuff. And so that's been reflected in an update to just reflects all the changes that in his
So
parks.
the next-
Most of the parks stayed the same,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
a couple of them, like these mini parks, those kind of things. We had there was some changes. And so that's what they were concerned about as far as making sure everything is in sync there. And
So now, do they have to go back to the town council, or this is something?
the next step is I present this, then they make a recommendation, they approve it as a commission, and then then Mark gets put on a referral to put it on the town council to get an update, because they haven't updated the regulations since 2013.
So Mark's gonna take the lead, once the
Yeah.
work is done, to go to the town council. Any expectation on his schedule for that?
It depends, if that's working, it's been a push to get us this far.
No, I'm asking.
It was not, I will ask for a timeline, but I think once he's gotten some of the Parks and Rec Commission behind it, now it's more or less a no-brainer as far as just, he'll dump it on John Burt's and let him go forward with the agenda.
So from a staff support point of view, Mark gets done with his stuff. Do you then support the process of, through the staff, or is
So
that?
this is updating the parks rules.
the
and
parks.
based On this.
Yeah, this is
inventory.
this inventory, right? And plus,
yeah.
he says they have updated it, but all the updates have been tied to the golf course.
Got it.
They haven't
Yep.
done anything in
Yep.
this inventory since
Yep.
2013.
Yeah, he may ask us to review it, but we will not be going to the council with him to get the.
Okay, so you don't have an active role
No.
in moving it along?
Nope.
That's where I was going.
So it's a Parks and Rec responsibility. It's their rules.
Yeah, yeah, no,
So
yeah.
we're just trying to help them along to make sure we stay consistent.
Yeah, no, that's very good. I'm not, no
Mhm.
complaints. I'm just
So,
trying to understand.
Hopefully it'll tie in when we go to talk to in the late July, August timeframe when we had
So
been
it does
targeting. for.
strike me that worst case, it would have to be done as part of the POC process, I think.
No,
No?
Yeah.
regulations are totally independent,
Okay,
Yeah.
okay?
shucks.
That's
Okay.
how come I'm kind of pushing this along as best I can with working with Mark.
Yeah. that'll-
And he kind of dragged his feet a little bit because he wanted to get Tabitha on board. He wanted to get that master plan done. And so I understand where he's coming from too.
He's got complete streets going on.
He's got complete streets going on now too. So,
All right, well,
Try-
good. It's good progress on all
Yeah.
fronts.
so.
Right.
But it was a major effect, just getting them to review it and having more comments. So.
Okay. Any comments from
That's awesome.
the commission?
Good job, Tom.
Mhm.
put it on as, we gotta add more gold stars to Tom's.
We're gonna run out of space for
Yeah.
all Tom's gold stars.
All right, so that was, let me stop that share. And go back to the agenda. Oh boy, we got the, the work of the day. We've got the updated plan and then the section 7, which is the status coming. So we're gonna do the update of the plan first. So let me I have loaded the, let me share again.
This is incorporates all the comments that we
Yep.
did when we did the page by page review last month.
Okay, so
So the intent was to kind of, if people had an opportunity to go take a look at it, make sure that their comments were incorporated. And if they missed something, they can bring forward today. Otherwise, if everything is good to go, we
I
would be
put
doing,
in all my comments already, which you
Okay.
said are in there.
yeah,
Okay.
hopefully. So
Um,
if anybody has anything, this is last chance kind
This-
of
yeah.
things. Or hopefully we don't. If there's nothing, that's fine. We have to do another
So-
round here. That's fine
How
too.
do we want to go through this? If you had a chance to review.
I move we approve the plan as presented.
Okay.
You didn't want to go line by line?
We can-
I'll second that.
Okay, this time I am gonna ask any comments.
Nope, I'm impressed with the way it was done.
Okay.
I wrote the thing.
Tom gets another gold star.
Gold star. That was good. All right, so in prior meetings, we had said this is administrative update. So from a staff perspective, we were not planning on going back to town council, but just saying this is an update.
I didn't get any comments.
But
from
for the
Dave.
record, should we officially vote on it?
No, yeah, we will.
We were still discussing. He's
Oh, I
been-
thought
he's
we were
discussing with the staff right
Yeah,
now.
no, Dave explained that these are fairly minor
Mhm.
changes. It's nothing. there are
Factual-
no new
factual
Right,
changes.
there are no.
Yeah,
new
like
recommendations
updates.
That might have to
Right.
go
Yeah.
before a public hearing
Right.
or anything
Right.
like that. It's just administrative.
It's admin,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
it's just a
Yeah.
totally administrative.
Okay,
It's
so now that we have the
clarification.
staff blessing.
I see.
Yeah.
I mean, approve it first and then see what the staff. can do. Okay.
I want to make sure we're not doing anything out of line here.
Doesn't matter, as long as it gets done.
All right, so let's take a vote. All those in favor?
I-
That's unanimous with obviously Ann's absentee.
Okay, so I will clean this draft up and provide that to everybody for
Yeah,
update
I
and
will-
reposting on the website.
Okay, I was just getting there. I said, so I will, once I get the final, I guess, removal of the draft.
Right, I'll do that tonight.
Then I'll take it to get with IT and do an update. The website. With the new, or the updated plan.
Just a quick question.
Yes.
Doing.
On the, some of the maps on the,
I updated all the maps that you asked for.
okay. I thought I saw one that.
You already
hadn't been,
voted.
But I don't.
No, but no, I did include the
Yeah.
maps updates as I ran, I found 2 others also. I appreciate your comment on that. So I did find everyone that I could find an update to, I did.
Thanks.
Okay, so and I will take care of that.
And I did update all, just for your information, at the last meeting, I kind of glossed over all the references at the last pages. Larry came back and he actually went through every one of those and found the ones that didn't work, and then I found the one and I updated the links.
So checked all the links.
Good
Yeah,
job.
did all the
Nice.
links, because I had to give Larry help because there's like 100 of those, so.
I got 8 of a gold star.
Yeah,
John,
you get a
those
point.
keys, you got-
Get one little points in
One
the
little
stuff.
point- little point at the
Yeah,
start.
because, or excuse me, 88 of them, so, okay. So
You're just wonderful people.
it saved me a lot of headache, just targeting the ones that didn't
All
work.
right, so let me stop that. All right, now this one you're not gonna like probably. So we did have set out section 7. Let me share. Share screen.
Now, this is the action items, the summary that is incorporated in there to give an update that we were keep maintaining on our website.
Yeah, now heretofore. the ones that are out there was.
Then we had
Net.
short-term, long-term, and midterm. And then what we did is I incorporated the, based on the discussion from last month, was an ongoing. Okay, things that,
Right.
that we didn't want to get rid of, but they were still doing things with it, but it's more of an ongoing thing that we have to kind of come back and review every so often. As opposed to, we're kicking the can down the road to post P O C D reissue, as opposed to trying to have it ready for the P O C D, as opposed to doing it now between 2020 and 2023, when we should have done it in short term. So that's what it.
So this is now. It was a subset of the list for the things we labeled green, that some got renamed ongoing. So they removed them from the green. So this is now the total list, which I am intending to put out there on the website that says, actually, it works out nice with the plan coming out.
Yeah.
Put those together.
Yeah.
So this is the total list from the prior P O C D.
Right.
Frankly.
That's like, this is the type of administration thing,
Yep.
is whether
Yep.
it was the status and all this.
Yep.
And yeah, this is the status of all the action. So, and each of all of us have names on here. So the intent was to ensure that where your name is there, that you go, and the status is still the status. So, I think the way to go through this is to just go through the scroll. Let me get rid of it.
It's showing up differently.
Why
on
is
my
that?
page. I'm not seeing any whose staff, that column doesn't seem to be coming on the.
Yeah, it looks like the column got cut off
Hidden
on
there.
what, no, it wasn't hidden, but he's got it up there.
Yeah,
I
no,
think what
can I-
happened was when they
yeah, can
published
you
this.
Can you get rid of minimize the?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yep,
picture?
I sure can.
Yeah, so that column is not.
There
in
you
It's
the
in, it's in,
agenda.
it's not in the agenda today,
Oh,
the
I see.
agenda
Yeah.
package.
Right.
For some reason, it got cut off.
Ah,
That's what they're complaining about. I
Oh,
don't know.
right.
oh,
Yeah,
If you
I
look
did
at
not
mine,
notice
it
that.
ends right there. Like, I don't have those last couple of columns.
I think that's a Dave issue.
There you go.
I'm the guy that's not here.
Here,
I
yeah.
was just about to take responsibility.
No, I think it's a Dave issue, because Dave's, you sent it to Dave to
Right,
upgrade it.
you're right, I did send the whole.
So he's the guy that's responsible, because I had to make sure that Dave did the screw, because I dealt with Dave, because getting this thing hooked up properly.
I should have sent it to Bryce, because.
Exactly.
Okay.
So you
Lesson
want
learned.
to send him a PDF, like, let him you make the PDF. You probably
Yeah.
send him the spreadsheet, right?
I don't know what he did.
Yeah,
And he had to turn it into a PDF.
PDF, because he has to
Oh,
turn, that's how I give him PDFs that work.
Exactly.
That's
The-
how I
the
got a
better-
dope
the
in my
best
house.
option, And then, well, just for future
okay.
reference,
Yeah.
the best option is to send him a
So,
PDF. Exactly what you.
Having said
Yeah.
that, the names are here.
Right, so now this is the first time we're looking at them, just for, so give us a second to
Well,
claim.
there is nothing.
It's the only Olson is the name, the whole document. is Olson.
No, it's not. There's not.
We haven't.
You okay with it?
Ann holds a
All
lot, believe me.
we've Agreed to in
I
the
know,
past.
but that was like 2 years ago.
Well, that does, 3 years
You
ago,
never-
but.
never iron
Yes,
mind, I mean, it's, I'm sure this stuff
Let's
is burned. in.
rolling, rolling.
All right, okay, so now, so we have Olson, first three. So I'll keep rolling through here, so somebody.
I'll take credit for whatever I
There's
got.
listed- There's something that's like, well, that's not green though. so
It's long term.
Yeah.
Yep, that was, yeah, some, like I said, some of them which were listed as completed, like this one, we changed to long-term. So completed is. No, yes, I guess, no, maybe that one should be green, because the criteria is not gonna change. I think now that I'm looking at this,
You're the one that assigns the colors,
Yeah,
not me.
I know.
I just.
that should be green.
I make sure that the stuff that get rolled for the plan shows
Okay.
up here, and the stuff that I have as my name, I
Okay.
agree with all the stuff with my name
Okay.
on it.
And, okay, she's not here.
But, okay, yeah.
I have not been in the loop on this. I'm maybe supposed to be, but I have not been.
Let's see, Olson Schmidt, Olson Rafferty. Yeah, well, okay, again, these are things that were already there, and we haven't done an update in a number of months, so I'm not expecting anything other than to have you guys relook at that. I mean, for example, on this one, the last update was May.
Of
Uh,
what
Can you
year?
make any part
May-
of it bigger?
Of
I'm having a hard
2022,
time
yeah,
following
May
along
22.
here.
I'm sorry?
So I'm having a hard time following 7.211.
Yeah, that's 7.2.1.1
Okay.
point B.
Got it.
Not my numbering system, guys. I ain't taking one for that one. Okay. Then we had the green belt stuff. Did the eastern. Okay, I guess the new bridge is complete, so. This was Bray. And some of the, well, yeah, long term, so long term, we haven't hit some dates on. So let me kind of, Tom and Bray. There's another Olson one.
Now, you do have some long terms that haven't been assigned also, just for information.
Yeah. Well. I want to say, is this, again, this is the status, so if there's things missing, we should look at which ones we want to do. Or the question would be maybe, which ones do we want to keep for the next round of the P O C D?
Well, all I can say is you were previously, over the last 2 years, you were keeping track of this and you'd brought up the ones that we wanted to do.
Right.
That was before we got involved in the P O C D monthly, somebody was in charge of their section to kind of, for the focus on an agenda. And we kind of dropped taking care of this because that was a higher priority.
Yeah, no, that's why I wanted to revisit it,
Right.
because it's been stale for a number of months.
I agree.
Right.
Right.
So, so one of the things would be, as we're going through the P O C D process, this came from the last P O C D, perhaps the work effort might be to asterisk or identify any of these actions we think it's important enough to note or at least save for the next P O C D. Is that a worthwhile?
Well, I think this would be the chair prerogative to kind of focus in on, and if you need an assistance, I can help on that.
All right, well, I think that, I'm not saying all of these because we were trying to.
Well, no, I think you have a good point, is that we should focus, we still maintain our focus on on the new P O C D. Which of these areas as midterm, particularly looking at midterm things, because that's really, you have to put it, all these originally were focused on short-term, midterm, long-term, with short-term being, we should get that done in the next couple of years. Well, those years have now gone past. All our short terms, in theory, should be completed or shifted to ongoing. Okay, that we took that necessary actions. So midterms, I thought was originally when we were assigning these were kind of things we wanted to get done for the next P O C D. So we probably should have a focus on taking a look at those midterm items, to make sure that those things are applicable still, as we've now, because years have gone by, we can refocus on what we want to see and what actions we need to be doing to get ready to support our input into the P O C D process. And then, and then take a look at those, the topics I think are okay. Because they're still focused with our plan. We've all reviewed the plan. I don't think we really wanted to, I didn't hear anybody changing the plan per se, because it still supports the P O C D efforts that we wanted to do.
All right, well, I just did a quick sort on ongoing and
Midterm,
midterm,
okay.
and it's not that long a list. I mean.
No.
I have one thing right now.
Yep.
We're almost 7244.
7244.
The tree advisory board thing,
Ah,
that should
I
be
didn't-
ongoing, not long-term, right?
Okay, let me get rid of the,
Well, the reason it was listed as long-term, now, was to get everybody to get the, have all members complete the tree board university. And we put that out because it's a training, it's a self-imposed training thing, and we gave ourselves time to do that. So it was the status and stuff. It was kind
Oh,
of.
I see what you're saying. So it's
No.
not the left hand.
Yeah, but that's what yeah.
I was just looking at the left hand.
Yeah. I see what you're saying as far as remain vigilant in his duties as tree supervisor, continuing supporting this Tree City USA Connected.
I recall about three of us has done that.
I know I have, and I don't know who else, because
I thought I did, but
I did not.
Yeah, so it's maybe half.
well, if you want to shift it to long, it can be done too.
I mean, it's interesting. Yeah, it's just-
I think it's 6 of one, half dozen another either way.
yeah, I don't think it's critical, but.
no, I,
We attended the Arbor Day thing as part of our vigilance this year, so. For the commission.
All right, so,
okay, never mind.
so when, wait a minute, oh. I'm trying to remember when Dave shipped out section 7, did he do that as a PDF to you guys, or I forget the agenda?
Let me take a look at, I dug up the email. He sent it to everybody as a Excel spreadsheet on the, what was the date here? On the 5/17.
So, open that up, is all the stuff in there?
Yeah, all this stuff's in there. There, it's a whole spreadsheet.
Okay, well then.
So why are you complaining you
Yeah,
didn't
right.
review it?
All right, so my suggestion would be is sort through the timing for midterm. And for our next meeting, as part of our PLCD exercise, identify those which we think should be retained or addressed in the updated PLCD. Okay? Okay, so we'll do that. And then just June, July, instead of July.
Will we be meeting on July 1st?
No, it's the meeting, oh, wait a minute, I think so. Yeah,
It's a Monday.
yeah,
Oh dear, okay.
the Monday.
Got it down.
It didn't conflict.
I'll be zooming in at best time.
I'll try, but
Yeah, I'll be
Time's
remote, but
difficult.
but-
Oh,
We may all be remote.
yeah, we may.
I'll be here.
Tom can hold down the physical
all right,
space.
so that's
Okay.
1, 2.
I want to
3.
take note of that. Okay, so you're going to be remote. You're not going to be here. You're going to be remote.
Remote.
Got it. Okay, thank
So
you.
Tom's here, so there's enough for a
core.
Right,
Okay,
July 1st?
Next meeting,
Yeah, July 1st?
I think so.
all
I
right.
mean, it's
so we're
possible,
fine.
it's a tough time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, every year, so.
Yeah.
So it's not gonna be a jam-packed meeting, guys, but just to kind of move a few things along. All right, so that was, I guess that went a lot quicker than I thought it was gonna go.
Well, it's because we didn't really do anything.
Yeah. Got Tim in.
Kick the can down the road.
Um,
We have focus now.
yeah, all right, so plan of conservation development, I kind of said earlier where that is, and so that's gonna be picking up steam once the consultant is in place and
Right, once the contracts are signed. that's
contract are
right.
signed, et cetera. What I heard was by the end of June, that should occur.
That's our
Right.
goal for sure.
That's a-
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Yep.
All right. And I should point out that one of the objectives in the text was that there would be meetings with with the commissions as they go through it. It's
Right, I mean,
buried in the.
Right, as part of getting the contract set, we're going to do the scope. And so all of that will be identified in
Yeah.
there. That's right. But yeah,
mean-
I mean, that's historically what's happened with every P O C D. No, it has.
Okay,
Yeah.
I must
Yeah.
admit, I wasn't here for
Yeah.
16.
Bray was, he was our rep.
That's right.
Well, but we have a lot more data
Mhm.
that says a lot of, you don't have to do a survey of properties. You don't have to do, because we've done all that. So that's, my views. I want to make sure that they understand what we've already done and not waste pound money recreating something that's already been reviewed, vetted, re-vetted, and argued about, I guess, internally. Any other comments that?
No.
on the POC?
Nope.
Okay. So that will be picking up. Budget support. Well, let's see, as far as I know, the Parks and Rec
Was
increased budget was approved.
Good, right.
Mhm.
And sustainability, did the second sustainability person get approved?
Yes, it did.
Yes.
Yes, it did. And the job description should be on the council agenda tomorrow night.
Okay. So we're picking up steam now. Didn't hurt that the amount of grant money that Megan generated far exceeded
Her ability to
her,
spend it.
no,
Yeah.
her salary and
Track
Oh,
overhead
grants.
and stuff, you know, so it's like, in our letter, we said, this is a net asset benefit to the town. It's not spending money, it's actually generating funds for the town.
Mhm.
So that's a fun fact. So that's good. So in addition to the NERS stuff, we now have additional town resources, and we'll just have to keep with Megan as well as with Tabitha, et cetera, on the additional resources that we have. So it's getting better, guys. I mean, slowly but surely. We did ask for more, we didn't get more, but at least they didn't take anything away.
No, we did give up the 25K per year.
We gave up to, but did we really?
I'll take credit for it.
I mean,
It's a budget process. It's part of the budget process.
yes, yes.
They
we
get
have-
zero.
We didn't ask because we have, last I looked, I'm not sure. I should have asked. Is there an increase in the,
No, we have not had any new.
any new
any
monies? added to
Deposits
that?
into that. fund.
Okay. All right. Vacant land sport, there's no new news that I have on vacant land. That's, again, a staff question. That's just slowly chugging along.
Seriously? Yes, that's correct.
Well, the focus right now is on on the RFP reviews for the two school
right.
properties. So that's the status. That's,
Hmm.
it doesn't seem that you can do more than one thing at a time on that. That's personal opinion.
No comment.
No comment. I said, okay, no comment as well. Okay, we're now up to the Connecticut College project.
So in a separate email, they've sent everybody
One pagers.
the one pagers. So they're in no particular order, they landed in the PDF, I just put them all together in one PDF. But in the
And this is-
Dropbox that I gave all of you an invite to, there's a GNCE folder. There's 2023 and 2024. In the 2024 folder is a separate folder for each of the 5 projects. So all the presentations,
Okay,
all the documents that the students generated. And some generate more than others, so it's interesting what all they put together as their deliverables. But they all have it as a minimum, the presentation and their report. So each project has those documents. And then there's another one for the web pages. It's basically these things in both Word and individual PDFs, and then the joint PDF. So anything that you want to see from what the students did is
that
in one of those folders in the Dropbox.
significant progress from last year?
Oh, my God.
Wonderful.
I mean, I was still tracking down presentations in September last year, so this is definitely an
So
improved
no,
process.
this is good.
And all this, each of the student groups did with, their interpretation of what their webpage, like, none of them are one pages. So in each case, I went in and manipulated until I got it to one page. When that's the result that you see in front of you.
So the one pagers, if I understand, is what you're gonna, is what Larry is supposed to extract from that and then get those posted
On our website.
to update our website.
And
Well,
again, if you want them individually, you can go back to that folder and get them individually.
Okay, so that's kind of my question, because one is the short form on the webpage, and what we did last year is do the one pagers.
Right.
However, several of these, I think, are of interest to some of the departments.
That's why I have, everybody's got access to all the documents, and you're welcome to share that with whoever internally you think would find it useful.
All right, so let me all right, so first of all, are we in agreement that as submitted by Michelle, this one pagers go out to the website?
Yeah, I concur with going out.
Okay.
As long as all those kids have signed off that it's okay that their images are published and so on. I mean, did we do waivers of that sort?
We don't use their names at all,
Yeah, okay.
so,
Not
and they're adults.
It's just to the Goodwin Nursing
Okay.
Center.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, they're adults, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not like,
They're not kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. And everything is even our posting on the website is, gives a sign it to kind of college nerding thing.
Okay. So then my second question is, and let's maybe go through each one of these. It says, do we want to identify that we want to be proactive in sending some of the backup information to certain departments like Parks and Rec? And
We can do that now, or we can do that after I put together the presentation that has everything in it.
well, for instance, food security on POCD, I thought that was an interesting one that we had not considered in prior.
Oh, yeah, I love that they can put something that wasn't even on our radar screen.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying, is that.
Yeah.
Is that would be like, I'd send it to staff.
Yeah.
That says, hey, here's some work that we done. We said, hey, this is interesting.
This
We,
is really good work. These
yeah,
kids
that
did
we
really
didn't
good
think
work.
about it. So we got a couple things. Either we can go through this, or you can then delegate up to me that I would go through.
Share as you see fit.
Okay, is everyone?
Yep.
Yeah.
concur with it?
Okay, and I will also put together that PowerPoint that extracts information from the whole thing so that we have the full picture of a presentation, then we can extract pieces of that if we need it for separate things. And I committed to have that for the August meeting.
Okay, so, I mean, clearly one of these, for example, I just mentioned it, that.
Yep.
You know, I'd be sending this one to your department.
Yep.
And another one to Parks and Rec because of the trees, urban trees and that kind of, so I think.
Well, the other thing is isn't the town of Groton, I mean, the city of Groton now, and EB looking at this exact parking lot that
Yeah,
they talked about?
and I would send that to the city,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
so, or to the mayor, because they don't really have a conservation commission.
Well, they do have a planning department.
Yeah.
So that's, the Sierra works in that. That's my point of contact for stuff.
So.
Here, Patrick.
Yeah. it's- Is your recommendation to send it there or to send it to the mayor?
Both, yeah, exactly. Just
That's
why
probably
not?
cover your butt.
Yeah,
Is
sure.
to send- because she sends everything to the mayor too.
All right, could you send me her email?
Yeah, I got it. No problem. I'll do that right now for you. I just got an email from her this afternoon confirming everything
Ah.
this morning. Or late this
And
morning.
if you guys look closer at these and decide you have minor changes, I can always fix. Redo the. So.
You know, like Earth Day is, again, the town planning department supports Earth Day, right?
Mhm.
So,
Yep.
you know, it's that, so. As I go through, all right, so I will do that. But you guys are really going for an early meeting today, aren't you?
We're just being efficient tonight. right?
This is a summary wrap-up meeting. It's not a,
Yeah,
you're doing a good job leading it, Larry. Keep going.
Well, a gold star to you for all the good work.
Nice.
Gold Star, oh, Michelle Gold Star?
Yeah, for.
It's been so recommended, it should.
All in favor?
All right, so moving on, if no one has any additional comments on the,
well, thank you, everyone, for making that easy.
so, yes, so that, no, that's good work, so. Before we get off this. The timing for next year, I mean, is Jen wants to do this?
Oh, absolutely. In fact, the Guggenheim Center had a meeting with their fellows and director and stuff. And part of that meeting, we reported to the center director, you know, what we did, and they're really excited that we're doing this. They are
So could you
all over this.
expanded?
No, there's nowhere to expand it.
Okay.
But they're very happy that we're doing this and that we're actually giving the students things that are real world experience in
Experience,
addition to their training. And so, yeah, though they love it. So we will definitely keep going, but there really is no room for expansion. This is what we had this year, that this is what we're gonna get. We're gonna get a group of students, of 12 students in the spring that have, you know, once they finish their presentation in May, they are gone.
Go on. Yeah, no,
Except for them being mentors to the following year students if they have a similar project.
so I guess we should then target. September. For us to discuss next year's,
Or October,
Yeah.
somewhere.
yeah, because they don't meet until January.
I know it's January, but I'm thinking,
Right.
given our.
Right, so they'll give us a couple months. for
Yeah,
us
give
to
us a
look
couple
at
months
ideas,
to
to
wrap,
work with
yeah.
Jen and whatever, yeah.
All right, so
I would say October.
All right.
But
So,
again, that'll, in August, we'll have the sort of summary thing, and that'd be the time to start, saying, yeah, we want to do more of this, here's the follow-on, this, so that'd be the time to look at these specific projects and see if there's any specific follow-ons from those projects or whatever else might come up.
all right, so October agenda for the 2025 Con College projects. Kickoff.
Yep.
Label it kickoff.
That works.
Okay.
I'm assuming you all guys want to keep doing it as well. College does.
Yes. I was asking for more, so.
I know,
Okay.
just confirming.
Okay. All right, next is we kind of got a pair open space stewardship and outreach. Is there anything in addition to what we've talked about?
Well, the meeting we're having,
Yeah, no, yeah.
yeah, that'll give us some more information on how to go forward with this stuff.
Nothing. All right. Any new business someone wants to bring or introduce?
There was a thing here, I noticed in the Hartford Current today's paper, about the invasives.
That's right.
And invasive plants hurt the CT ecosystems of many needs, how to get rid of them and stuff. We may want to be working, and I know that GOSA is doing a lot of stuff in this area. And so this is one of the things it potentially, if you take a look at the Joel property, that's a good example area because it supports ECCD and stuff, and potentially there may be something going on that we go beyond just these cleanup efforts.
Right,
Yeah, and
invasive
it's-
species is
right,
really-
because it shows up in all the 14 stewardship plans we have and
Oh,
talk
yeah.
about that. And so we really don't have a go forward plan on that. It's a touchy subject because how do you get rid of them? Between mechanical stuff gets really expensive. And people,
Can
they
you
get
really rid
involved
of
in the
it, or you just
herbicides.
Manage it.
Yeah,
What?
try and mitigate this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those.
I mean, never mind open spaces, the roadsides, I mean, the
Yeah.
whole friggin'
Well,
everywhere.
because you brought up last month also with the knotweed stuff and.
Well, I think we can put that on our discussion topic for
For Wednesday,
Wednesday,
Thursday.
Thursday. Oh,
Thursday.
God, we think, I've reminded myself. What I like to do is the three of us have a quick session before then, just to lay out.
Like in the same, like before that day or that day earlier.
Or is it, or are you talking 5 minutes after this meeting?
Yeah, I mean, right now, yeah.
Yeah, we try, I mean, just to say,
Right.
here's the topic,
Yeah.
like,
That's
you know,
fine.
invasive species,
Yeah.
you know, whatever.
I just wanted to bring that up. I saw that today.
Okay, no, fair point.
I just received it from, Sustainable CT. They were at the composting conference that I think you and I attended, and then they were also at, our eco fair, CT. Anyway, apparently, Groton has achieved, they've received a bronze status for Sustainable CT, which is
We've had
significant.
that.
What?
We've
You
had,
that?
we've
Yeah,
been,
we have.
we've
We
been
have,
that,
okay.
for
Well, I
years.
guess we got it
But
again.
This time we are only 10 points off of silver.
Right.
So Megan is going to
Ooh.
upgrade the application for August to see if
Good.
we can do silver.
Right.
Okay, yeah,
That's the real question. Getting to
that was,
next level.
that was dated today. I guess we got this Monday, June 3rd. It's dated, so this is the fresh certification.
Cool.
Okay, so good. Go for silver. I would
Yeah.
say go for
Yep.
gold, but I guess we'll work our
Well,
way up.
Yeah,
Gold is really hard.
First two with all the, yeah.
It should be hard. It shouldn't be easy.
Yes, well, not in Southeast Connecticut. All of them are in the central portion of the state. I think there's 6 golds in the state out of the 169.
But it's a good goal for long term.
Yeah.
too.
'Cause it was-
Go for
The only reason I know that is because when I went with Ann to that meeting a couple months ago, they gave us a whole status of who was in each of the different categories. And there's actually, there's a thing beyond gold too. They've got 2 towns that are beyond
like
gold.
platinum or something.
Yeah.
It's like the credit card.
Um, I did have, I did have one other quickie. As part of our collaboration with other environmental groups, I'm attending on the 7th, this Friday, an Alliance planners meeting that's being sponsored by the Mystic River
Watershed
Watershed
yeah.
Coalition, I think it'll long. So I will report out on that at our next meeting on what happened, so. This is where we're trying to is, trying to get the groups to kind of work together, collaborate more.
I'm gonna reach out to that, what's her name, the woman that's.
Maggie?
No, I'm gonna reach out to her also if she wants a rain garden, because apparently there's still,
Oh, they still need.
yeah, we still need to place rain gardens.
All right, that is all I had with new business. Now it's anything staff like to,
No, I mean, we appreciate you guys who attended the Civics 101. I mean, I know you probably know much of what was presented there, but, and we're taking a short break for the summer, but we'll have another two, probably just two in the fall. Two topics that we have not yet decided on, so keep your eye out for those, September and October.
thank
It would be
you.
nice to be seen if you could extend the why. They did well. It's nice to see how.
Right, right.
Yeah, I have a question for Deb. What's going on at the oral school? Anything at all?
Not that we're aware of. I
So
mean, the
there's-
state may be having conversations with folks, but we don't know.
Yep.
Yep, nothing. And what about Butler School?
Again, nothing.
There's signs all.
I know, I
Keep-
know.
SB Butler.
Well,
Green.
this is the
I
town
know.
council doing it to themselves.
Yeah,
They asked for, they had their public information session and people responding and all this, their transparencies and all this kind of stuff. And now they've just generated a lot of churn and I don't know what's personal opinion is what's going to happen with it all because they're not pushing the
Oh, yeah.
planning process along for the
just stuck.
reuse.
No, they're trying to get through Groton Heights
It's-
and
yeah.
Pleasant Valley.
Yeah,
Yeah, before they move on to other schools.
or other vacant lots.
Absolutely, other vacant properties, yeah.
And the other question is the Gold Star Highway folks,
Mhm.
because
Mhm.
he's just about out of time.
I
also.
know, and I think he will be going, there's another developer that he is.
Oh,
Someone
he's-
who actually has experience,
Yes,
and so I think you'll see that at the council.
okay.
Gold Star.
The Gold Star property.
There's two,
it was-
1706 or seven.
517, 519, the
Yeah.
ones that were the super Walmart, a couple of them we took in foreclosure and yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. That. Were they
The-
supposed to put an apartment?
Yes.
Yeah,
yeah.
apartment
And that's
complex.
still-
And
that's
he's been
still-
given an extensions, multiple extensions to,
Right.
Right.
to
It seems
develop.
like the for sale sign gets bigger and bigger. That's like-
Trying to attract attention. Obviously, it did yours.
I'm not buying it.
Okay.
Got your attention though.
All right, I will entertain a motion.
I move we adjourn.
Wow.
Second,
All in favor?
Aye.
So
This is
adjourned.
a record.
6:03.
These are an hour and 3 minutes. And you're gonna